What is happening, guys? I'm Dan. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into Old Nation Brewing Company out of Williamston, Michigan. Poor Michigan beer, that's what we do. So it's the brand new Simcoe edition of the Single Double. I did review a Single Double Citra edition, and I somehow just now figured out that I missed the Mosaic drop. So they did different single varietal hops. One was Citra, which I did review on this channel, and then I did miss the Mosaic edition, but now we have just a little banner that shows us this time around. This is the Simcoe edition, guys. So if you missed out, here's a different one. We have another hop varietal. So the same old spiel, 9.3% ABV, the same as Boss Tweed. That's what the other single doubles were. So they kind of released this for Tiger's opening day. That did just happen yesterday. And so today is April 5th, time of recording. So you can get this for about $17.99 a 4-pack. That's what they cost these days. That's just how it is, guys. So again, we have dry hop Simcoe, cryo Simcoe, boil hop, cryo Simcoe, malt, pills, oat, wheat. Okay, it's the usual things. They just infused the Simcoe hop, guys. So again, single double, brand new to distribution in Michigan especially. Not sure where this is going to reach other states besides Michigan. Not quite sure on that. So Old Nation is very big, and they've grown tremendously over the last couple of years. And they're one of the few breweries that's actually seen year-over-year growth slightly. Not many people can say that, so they're doing something right. Again, that's pretty good for them to say, guys. So again, we're going to crack into this one. I see no canned on date, which is quite rare. I don't know what the deal is there, but no canned on date, which is very rare from Old Nation. So I don't think it was on the other cans either. I was trying to check the other ones. I didn't see them. So let's get this single double into a glass, the Old Nation proper glassware, and look at that haze bomb, guys. 9.3%, a little bit out of my realm these days. I was actually watching my other review with the Citra version, and I was like, you know, these days I don't really drink big, massive New England style beers, DIPAs, and I find that to be very true now more than ever, even when I did that recording last year. This isn't really always my cup of tea these days, but I've reviewed thousands of beers. I'm still capable, so you can use my opinion however you want. I'm still just a jackwagon on YouTube, you know, so. Old Nation, let's get the beautiful looking yellow golden haze to it. Let's get a nose. Smells very nice. I mean, very rich, kind of oily hops. A little bit of like pineapple and passion fruit. Kind of like a bitter currant. I don't know if that just has to do with the, not only just Simcoe, sometimes showcasing some of those notes, but sometimes the bitterness that comes with the big malt profile here. It smells grassy. Kind of zesty as well, like a zesty stone fruit. Zesty, very zesty. But again, oily, kind of tree sappy, hoppy, a little bit of like, I don't know, passion fruit bubblegum, apricot bubblegum. Smells very nice. Doesn't smell too sweet, which is good. Sometimes these get a little sweet for me at 9.3. But guys, we'll dive in. It's the Single Double. It's baseball season. Cheers, Old Nation. Nice. A little bit of orange in there as well. Rich, zesty clementines and little navel oranges. Grassy on the back end. Again, that little like currant, apricot, passion fruit mixture going on. Those are the things that come to mind. Bitterness, soft, subtle, but not too harsh. Alcohol, not too harsh because this beer is pretty darn cold. I have been known to kind of critique these a lot because when they warm up, they're terrible. That's just, I'm brutally honest, they're terrible. This one comes off less harsh, believe it or not. But there's nice drinkability here. There's nice subtle crispness to this beer. With being so big and ABV heavy, it drinks really smoothly. And there isn't a ton of bitterness, but it does kind of counter some of the sweetness in the beginning. But again, I kind of got some of that orange, and then it went into apricot bubblegum, notes of like some, you know, blackberry currant or some sort of like bitter currant for a moment. But it adds into the kind of bitterness and grittiness of the beer of the hop. So really tasty off first impressions. Took a big swig. There is a nice dryness on the back end, really. I mean, again, this like pineapple dryness. This orange, I get this weird orange note, like this clementine skin of orange fruit, but it's not candied, it's drier. And it adds into nice dryness in the back end that adds to the subtle bitterness. Really actually quite tasty at 9.3%. It's a slightly zesty, it's kind of smooth. It drinks lighter in the body through the middle of the mouthfeel, guys. It really comes off as like a 7.5 beer rather than 9.3. This is actually really good. I haven't had a hazy in a long time, so I thought I was going to hate this. And that's not the case today. This is actually quite nice and drinkable. Kind of citrusy and stone fruity on the back end. Adds into a little bit of the pineapple. Again, not very bitter, but ends nice and dry and doesn't have that like kind of robust sweetness that a lot of the Old Nation 9.3 beers do have. That seems to not be the case today with this abrupt sweetness. There's this nice bittering and dryness that adds to the palate. Now, as this warms up, does it get worse? Probably, but I don't like drinking warm beers, warm New England style beers or warm double IPAs. So we can't ding them because this is freaking 9.3%. It drinks like a 7.7. Drinks like an 8. But again, no astringent alcohol bitterness or ethanol kind of burn on the back end. Nowhere in sight off my first impressions, guys. Obviously it's cold, but this is actually one of the better 9.3% DIPAs I've had in a very long time, and I cannot say that very often, right? So props to Old Nation. I think the drinkability's here, the lightness is here, and the Simcoe hop really shining in this, and it's doing it really well without being too astringent on the palate. Really tasty. There's like a sweet apricot passion fruit bubblegum little kick there in the middle. It's really fruity, but again, then you get like this little clementine, little currant, little grassiness on the back end. Really nice beer at 9.3. I got nothing else to say, guys. Obviously, you could probably keep drinking this and grab a couple other notes out that come to mind. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to sum this up. I'm going to say this is one of the better DIPAs I've had in a long time. The subtle softness, light through the middle at 9.3. A really tasty DIPA, guys. What are we going to go with? A little bit of gritty chew. It's really good. I like Simcoe hops. Maybe that's just it. Maybe I just like Simcoe. I think I do. Always have. Really good. Really good. 4.3. 4.3 out of 5, guys. It's the single double Simcoe edition. Thank you so much for being here. Props to Old Nation. Really, really tasty stuff here, guys. Highly recommend it. So if you're going to pour a beer, hey, you know what it is. You pour Michigan beer.